Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, we are still on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. On this video, I want us to listen to Longwe Twala when he was interviewed by Kaya FM in 2018. Family, I just thought, whilst the court is still in recess, because they indicated they will be coming back on the 15th of April 2024. Then we just go through evidence of some of the people who were there in the house or when Senzo Meyiwa was murdered. So maybe let's start with Longwe Twala and listen to him as he was being interviewed by Kaya FM. And then in the comment section, family, please just tell me if you were the defense. If you were the defense, what are the questions that you were going to ask Longwe Twala after he has presented whatever he's saying here at Kaya FM? Family, let's watch and listen.
We welcome you to the drive, Longwe. Thank you so much for responding to our invitation on the back of a conversation we had with your father yesterday and Senzo Meyiwa the day before. So how do you respond to the allegations that you killed Senzo?
I'm actually saddened that my own people can do this to me, you know. I mean, it was a robbery gone wrong, you know. I was even the coward of the day because I actually ran out as those gunmen actually came in and requested phones and money from us. I was actually the first to stand up to try and protect everyone, not realizing that the other guy was also had a gun and pointed the gun at me, and I actually ran out the door after that. After he pointed the gun at me in self-defense. From then, I was outside. I wanted to go get help, but it was late. Neighbors and everyone was sleeping. I didn't even have my phone because I left it at the house, so I couldn't call the cops. So then a fight broke loose inside because obviously Senzo was protecting Kelly because the guys were handling Kelly, requesting money and stuff from her. And then a fight broke loose. Basically, Senzo was protecting everyone and he fought the guys. Everyone in the house fought as I was outside. And then that's when the guys actually released the gunshots. And the intention, I think, was also not to kill Senzo, but they were protecting themselves because Senzo was overpowering them as he's a strong goalkeeper and was actually beating them. And that's when the bullet actually went in from the back and killed Senzo.
So, as you probably know by now, there's a lot of talk around this case,
Yes.
and there are recent allegations that have surfaced with the hashtag Senzo Meyiwa on
Yes.
social media.
Yes.
But we want to just hear it from you. What actually happened on that day?
Basically, what happened, I could say, was a robbery gone wrong.
Were you in the house?
I was in the house when those two guys. I remember the two guys. One was a tall, light guy who was wearing a sporty. One was a short guy wearing a sort of khaki-ish jacket. He had dreadlocks. So when they came in, they demanded money and cell phones from us. Then I stood up because I was scared because I didn't know what was going on. Basically, I was actually probably the coward of the day. Let me put it that way. You know,
Yeah.
I stood up in because I tried to fight one of the guys in order to defend everyone and defend myself, but not knowing that he had a gun. So he pointed the gun at me. And that's when I ran out the door because I didn't know what was going to happen.
What were you all doing in the house just before these two guys entered the home?
Basically, it was the time when I was dating Uzandi. I mean, I came that day innocently. I was checking the cherry. You know what I mean? I didn't come to even chill, you know. I just came to pick Zandi up, but then Uzandi told me, to know the mother has cooked some Sunday lunch. Can I please stay over for the lunch? So it was actually, Sunday, can I stay over for the lunch and everything? So I was like, okay, no, why not? You know, I loved Zandi at the time, you know. I wanted also a good reputation towards the mother and everything. So, you know, I stayed. So whilst we're eating, that's when we're eating, sharing jokes and everything. And then that's when these two guys came in and requested money and cell phones from us. Yeah.
So, I mean, to your recollection, you mentioned the fact that you ran out the house. I mean, is there anything else that is quite telling that you remember from that night in terms of what happened after Senzo was shot?
Basically, I don't know what happened in the house because I was not in the house at the time. I was outside. All I heard was 3 gunshots. And then
From outside the house?
From outside the house. All I heard was 3 gunshots. But what I remember after was just chaos. Obviously, we were trying to bring Senzo back. You know what I mean? Drove him to hospital and everything, and only to find out the sad news that he had passed on. It was chaos. You know what I mean? And yeah, and I'm speechless as well because
I mean, obviously, it's a case and it's an investigation. So, in terms of interactions with the police, I mean, what's been your experience with that since the incident? Have you been interacting with the police? Have they called you?
Yes, we've been investigated. We're investigated hardcore by police. They took our phones. I went in for questioning and everything.
Did you guys, which phones?
Our personal cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
they hadn't taken them from you.
They took them from us, and then
the criminals, I mean.
No.
Okay.
No. The criminals, they couldn't take my phone because I ran out. So I had my phone in my pocket, so they didn't take my phone. Yeah, so then they took my phone and everything just to check if I've got any involvement in the murder. And they didn't find anything. We were acquitted by the police. We're actually acquitted. So I don't understand where all this is coming from.
Yeah, and to be fair to you and some of the people who may or may not know why all of a sudden these allegations have surfaced, aside from the fact that Senzo Meyiwa's dad was on the drive making his own allegations, but there is a Twitter handle, I think it's at Advocate Barry Rue.
Yes, heard about that.
A number of things that have surfaced, and I'm going to just to clarify, get things out of the way. Did you supply Kelly Khumalo with drugs? Was there ever any altercations based on drug money?
No, nothing at all. Because I mean, I've been clean. Even at that time, I was clean from drugs. Kelly herself is off drugs, so I don't know what these people are talking about. Even Kelly doesn't take drugs anymore. So it's all rubbish.
All right.
Yeah.
And one of the most frequently asked questions from our listeners on the drive after our conversation with your dad, Chico Twala, yesterday, there are about 19, if not more, tweets of people asking, why did Kelly call your father, Chico, before calling the police? How did that happen? What exactly happened?
Basically, the police were there already.
Okay, so they arrived before Chico.
The police were there already, and I don't know who called them because I was also very saddened. I was actually crying in a way because I'm a Orlando Pirates supporter myself. How can I murder my own goalkeeper, and how can I murder Senzo in front of his best friend without him coming out to get me in jail? Doesn't make sense.
One of the other massive talking points, and also the reason primarily why your father decided to speak to us yesterday, is around the gun. And one of the allegations is that the gun that shot Senzo was in fact your dad's gun. And he came on the show yesterday and he was responding to that. I mean, what's your response to how that has now played a role in compounding the allegations, the story around the gun?
Yeah, well, my father is a very powerful man. Sorry to put it this way. My father's got a lot to protect. But he doesn't walk around with bodyguards. My father carries his gun 24/7. You know what I mean? He would never make that mistake and leave his gun anywhere. He always has his gun on him. And I respect my father. Why would I take his gun and mess around with it? You know what I mean? I could never do such a thing.
Obviously, these allegations are doing the rounds and it's having an impact on your life.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
Yeah, I'm actually saddened that my own people could do this to me. I'm saddened that people just believe anything that comes from the media. The media is making money. They can write anything they want to write in order to destroy something, in order to gain something. But I, as a person, I'm actually very scared.
Why are you scared?
I'm not scared of that I can be arrested for killing Senzo because I know I'm innocent. I'm just scared that I can get the wrong crowd of people who can attack me for no reason.
I mean, Sam Meyiwa was.
I was about to say, it's
was-
interesting because Sam Meyiwa is, according to him, allegedly receiving death threats. So we have no idea where that could be coming from. So we said we'd be taking calls, but we're not taking calls. What are we doing right
Well,
now?
we got a lot of tweets coming in, and obviously people are asking all types of questions, and I suppose a lot of them are around what we've already been discussing around who called the ambulance. I mean, for example, and it's all in the name of clarity, quite frankly. I mean, here's a tweet from Massive_Sound saying, "Why did Kelly call Longwe's father instead of the ambulance when Senzo was shot?" I mean, do you guys have, a discussion in terms of recalling the incidents of that night as you guys looked back and came together again?
Basically, I don't know why everything's on me. Kelly should also be here to actually explain her part of the story.
Maybe she should be brought into studio next.
Because I seriously don't know why everything is pointed at me. I don't know how even ambulance and stuff was called, because I was even because Kelly was the one who drove Senzo to the hospital. I followed probably 30, 40 minutes later because I couldn't find the hospital. You know what I mean? So I don't know how other arrangements were done.
Why do you think, and I know this is a loaded question because you are not investigating this case, why do you think it is taking police so long to find what is clearly indicating to be a bunch of amateur robbers?
It's either these robbers are not South Africans, they probably skipped the country, or it's just that, well, maybe the police are just not getting their forensic investigation right. They're not working hard enough.
All right. Well, I think we've pretty much asked all the questions that people have been asking on Twitter, and we certainly appreciate you making the time to be here. We have decided not to take calls, and I do apologize to everybody who's calling in at the moment. But otherwise, he came and he said what he's had to say. So you can continue to tweet us at MoFlavorDJ, at Masachabandlovo, and be sure to hashtag the Drive on Metro, and you can also hashtag Senzo Meyiwa. As it continues, I certainly hope that we find answers, and I certainly hope that someone, whoever is responsible for the death of Senzo, gets brought to book. Mo?
No, absolutely. And, I'm deeply saddened by what happened. I mean, before you go along, how do you feel about everything? The fact that Senzo's killer hasn't been found?
I feel I feel saddened, actually, that especially that fingers are pointed at me. I feel that the police really need to get the investigation, the forensic investigation right. You know what I mean? And stop pointing fingers. You know what I mean? I was just saddened that that Senzo's gone, obviously, and that my own people could also do this to me.
All right. Thank you so much. Longwe Twala on the Drive on Metro.
Family, I'm sure after all what Longwe has said, we all want to see him in court. We want to see him advocate Mgomezulu, advocate Mshololo, advocate Mnisi, grilling him until he tells us the truth. Family, thank you very much for watching to the end. Please like this video before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so. I love you, family. Thank you. Bye.